Today, let's uncover how Trump's tariffs are decimating big tech and bleeding billions.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Could Apple really make the iPhone 17 ultra expensive? And believe it or not, Nintendo might actually have some good news.
Nice.
Let's get into today's tech news. Trump just nuked GPUs, and better yet, your wallet. Trump just dropped a bomb of reciprocal tariffs that will affect the semiconductor industry. And guess who's catching the shrapnel? Nvidia, AMD, and TSMC, just to name a few, who have tanked between 7.5% to 8.9%, losing billions. And are you panicking yet? Well, allow me to help. These tariffs, bad. And I don't mean TikTok drama bad. I mean burn your GPU bad. Now, get ready to sell your own kidney just to afford a mid-range PC. And don't even start on gaming. Well, it's gonna be a bloodbath out there. Wallets will cry, Steam wishlists will grow, and AI startups, well, they better start generating new business plans. But let's talk Nintendo. According to GameSpot, they've reevaluated their Switch 2 pre-order lineup, citing market reevaluation, which is just corporate jargon for we're gonna raise the price and hope that you're desperate enough to still pay for it. The console, originally priced at $449, could go up to $560. And don't even get me started with the Mario Kart bundle, because that can actually go up to $600 from how it's looking. Bottom line, it's about to get really hard for gamers, developers, and anyone who thought that the AI revolution would possibly make anything cheaper. And the failure doesn't stop there. No, TikTok's ban date has been extended. iPhones could get even more expensive because of the tariffs. And luckily, we have some good news at the end of the video about the Switch. First up, TikTok's ban, well, it's been delayed. Again, by 75 days. So yeah, we're ripping the band-aid off slowly. The problem, well, TikTok has to be sold. But not just to anyone, someone that the US likes. And China, well, the US and China are not exactly sending friendship cards at the moment. The US has to own over 80% of the company to call it a good old American company, pushing China's stake to less than 20%. Sounds fair, right? Except, why would China agree? This isn't some thrift store garage sale, it's TikTok, the digital opium of Gen Z.
Okay.
The US market is huge, sure, but is it big enough for China to hand over the crown jewel at a discount? I wouldn't hold my breath. But hey, what do you guys think? Is TikTok going to be sold off to Uncle Sam, or just simply ride off into the digital sunset? But firstly, we have some very special leaks. Firstly, from the king of leaks, Google. First up, the Pixel 10, which will have the Pixel 9a cameras, but Google might throw in a telephoto lens just to make sure people don't riot, which would be new for the base model. Still kinda sus that they're cutting corners on the hardware. The 10 Pro will be basically a 9 Pro with AI tricks. The Tensor G5 better be doing some backflips in computational photography to justify the lack of hardware changes. And the Pixel 2 Fold or the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. But what may hold up is the EU's new digital encryption crackdown, codenamed ProjectEU. It's part of their new internal security strategy, which basically means we're enhancing your safety by holding your privacy at gunpoint. Yep, the plan, mandatory backdoors and encrypted apps. So, platforms like Signal, WhatsApp, or anything that values your secrets more than your aunt's banana bread recipe, most of these companies will just straight up refuse to comply. But people in the EU better start learning how to send messages using pigeons, otherwise that would be the safest and most secure way to send messages. No confirmed date of when this law will come into effect, but when it does, just know it will make rounds in this region. Dear viewer, may I interest you in some quick news? First up, Amazon is trying a feature called Buy For Me, which allows users to purchase goods from third-party sites whilst still in Amazon, and it uses AI. Although it will work on a few selected goods. A Russian engineer is alleged to have been secretly supplying technical information on how to build a 28nm fab to Russia, allegedly. X plans to start bidding wars on inactive usernames, and participants of these bidding wars, well, verified organizations. Bids will range from $10,000 all the way up to $500,000. Whoa, that's it for the quick news. And let's find out how iPhone prices may spiral out of control in the Apple news. Get ready to pay up to $2,300 for your next iPhone 16 Pro Max. Why? Because Tariffs just said, we like your wallet, give it here. A bunch of Apple products are about to shoot up in price, and it's not a vibe. At this rate, we're gonna need payment plans for our payment plan. And if this is what the 16 iPhone lineup may actually start to cost, what will the iPhone 17 lineup cost? Your kidney and a down payment and your soul? And it's shaping up to be a bloodbath on American wallets. Also, thanks to the shiny new tariffs, Apple's already lost billions of dollars on the stock market. Tim Cook's probably crying in 4K. Speaking of the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro is getting a serious camera upgrade. The 12 megapixel telephoto lens, gone. Say hello to a chunky new 48 megapixel sensor, but the optical zoom is taking a step back from 5x to 3.5x. In a move described as for real-world usability, the 48 megapixel sensor will allow for digital cropping to achieve longer focal lengths with minimal quality loss, a technique Apple already utilizes with the 48 megapixel main camera on the iPhone 16. And if the leaks are true, the 17 Pro could be the first iPhone with a triple camera setup of 48 megapixel camera sensors. Moving on into the gaming news. First up, the Nintendo Switch 2 is officially confirmed to support DLSS and ray tracing, which is great news for those who are able to afford the consoles in the first place. And I'm curious to see which version of DLSS this console will support. Moving on, rumor has it that Nintendo may release an RX 970 GRE.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Exclusive to China. Maybe this will smoothen things out in the trade war.